In this video, I'm going to show you how with using Google Sheets, you can come up with mean, median, standard deviation, and so on for a massive set of data. Now, we've already gone over how to find mean, median, standard deviation for small sets of data, but anything over 5 pieces of data, maybe 10 at the most, it gets really long, very tedious, and not worth our time. But because Google Sheets is based off a machine, machines don't care how much computation there is. So what I have here is I have an example spreadsheet that I'm going to show you. And what this is this is just some baseball data showing the top 100 hitters in all of baseball. And so we've broken out all of their important stats right here. Now you're going to break yours out in a different way because you're going to break your stats out based on the groupings. But you're going to do some of this stuff in a very similar way. So let's say I want to find the mean of this column right here. And there's quite a few. There's over 100. So what I do is I go down to the bottom where there's an empty cell and I type the equal sign. Now the equal sign is an indicator to the spreadsheet that, okay, you're going to do something. There's going to be some kind of number, some kind of computation. That's what the equal sign says. And then what I do is I start typing average. And what it does is it recognizes that because I put the equal sign, it knows that, okay, I'm anticipating some kind of formula. And what it does is it puts up a list of, okay, here are all the formulas I know that start with AVER. And you've got some other ones, but I just want the average. And then it says, all right, well, here's how this command works, average, and then value 1, value 2, ... Now what you do is you're going to select a cell and you're just going to highlight all of them. So I'm going to go all the way up to the top of my list, and I'm not going to include that top one up there because it's empty. And so now I press enter and there it is. There is my average for that list. And so it goes from cell C2, which is the one at the top of the list, to cell C105. That's the cell at the bottom of the list. Now, here's another cool thing about spreadsheets is if you notice this little black box, not black, it's blue, at the bottom right corner, if I click on that and drag it over, what it does is it takes that same command, but notice that it's now D2 and D105. And so it takes that same formula and it just moves it over one column. And so this is very handy if you have data side by side and you want to do the same computations. You just type it in once and then drag it over to the next column. And I can just do that right just like that. And so this is the average for column E, and this is the average for column F. So that's how we find the average. So now let's find the median. So it recognizes the median command, and I already know the logic. From cell C2 to, let's see, how did they separate that? Yep, with a colon. So equals median. Sometimes it's faster just to highlight, and sometimes it's just faster to type. In this case, I know what the command is, so we just type it. So there is the median right there. It searched through all 103 of them, and that gave us the median. And so now I can highlight all 3 of these. This is going to populate, boom, boom, boom. There is the median for all 3 columns. Let's see. I'm going to type in mean here, type in median there. All right. And then we'll also find the standard deviation. And so ST, yep, there it is, STDEV, and C2 to C105. And capitalizing doesn't really matter. The spreadsheet understands column C, whether it's lowercase or uppercase. So I type that, and there is my standard deviation for that entire column, as well as these are all the standard deviations for all 3 columns here. All right. Hope this helps to guide you through for your data set that you came up with.